Really? So you're telling me I've got to be 29 and a half before I can conduct a consultation? No, bitch, no. People, welcome back to my YouTube. It's your girl Honey, and those of you who are new here, welcome. Okay, make sure you guys check out my website honeytrapastro.com for podcasts, for articles, for other astrologers and tarot readers, and also I've got a palm reader on there, so check that shit out. I was literally on Twitter the other day, okay, and I literally saw someone tweet some shit, and I couldn't believe it. This is why I hate Twitter. I saw someone tweet something like,
people who have not experienced their Saturn return should not be conducting consultations. And I was like, oh, what does that leave me? What does that leave pretty old me then? Because I'm 29, right this second I'm 29. And I'm going through my Saturn return. I'm okay, people. I'm okay. You know, the big fucking conjunction is happening in my 8th house from December, January. You know, Saturn return hits like January the something, right? But it's gonna be wild. If I'm not around people, wish me, like pray for me, please. Just pray for me, like just wish me, send me some positive vibes. It's crazy over here. First of all, can you guys please take a vote? Please tell me, please vote above here. Do you believe that there should be an age cap on providing astrology readings? Just vote up there. Now here's my opinion. Me being the age that I'm at, am I gonna book with someone who is 19, 20 to do my astrology reading? Maybe not, no. Would I book with a 25-year-old? Maybe. But I might do, because there's some amazing 25-year-old astrologers. They provide amazing services and lots of information. But I understand where this old school astrologer was coming from, because the traditional astrologers are old school astrologers. You know, they do have a lot of opinions, okay? And it makes sense, because, you know, if she's 35, why would she go to a 17 or 19-year-old for life advice? It doesn't make any sense, but I totally understand. But it's mad, because I've read for clients who are much older than me, and it's all about who you connect with, okay? It's all about what you need from that particular.
But what I want to mention is that it's also about what particular transits you've experienced personally. You know, once you go through your Saturn return point in your life, that's one of the most challenging transits to experience. So how can you give advice about that if you've not gone through it? So I understand where she's coming from. However, there are some amazing astrologers out there who have gone through, who haven't experienced particular transits, but can still provide consultations, because they've spoken to people who have, they've heard advice from other people, or they've done enough research to process it, you know, themselves. It's like going to a doctor and talking about, look, I've got pains in my chest, you know, I've got cancer, can you help me? But the doctor can, because the doctor's done enough research and has knowledge and is qualified to provide the advice. Do you see what I mean?
Astrologer. So you got to ask yourself, you know, if I'm going to book a reading with Sarah, who's 25, versus Julie at 40, who am I going to go with? For what? What do I need? And it's crazy, because a lot of people attacked her, and it just really, like, why do people attack people on Twitter? I don't understand. I hate Twitter, right? And I hate it because I made my Twitter, I think, like a year ago, but I only started to use it like just this year. And my Twitter is honeytrapastro. And what really grinds my gears is that this is a place where so many young people have a statement and just boom, just say it. I saw a fucking tweet the other day that said something like,
oh, anyone who's got Leo in their chart, they're so loyal, they're so...
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about right now? Like, I've dated so much Leo guys that have been unfaithful to me, to other women. How does Leo make you faithful in like, this is the stuff that gets on my nerves about Twitter, because there is so much statements that people will like and to retweet just because it suits them. And you've also got to ask yourself, if I'm going to be getting a reading from XYZ, you know, why am I getting a reading from that person? What are they gonna, what do they do? What did they do? Or why did they become an astrologer? Now you see, astrology is coming more mainstream. I'll be watching TV and I'll be like, oh, I heard he was a Capricorn moon. And I'm like, oh, who the hell said that? You know, like, I'm taken back by how mainstream it's becoming. And when something goes mainstream, it becomes very superficial and surface, and I can't stand that. I feel like a lot of astrologers, especially even on YouTube, Twitter, wherever, there's a lot of them, typically the young people. This is not like a direct attack toward, and not an ageism thing either. God, I've got to say things like that now. Towards anyone, but I'm seeing a lot of people make astrology very superficial and surface, and you've got channels that are growing like rapidly through just talking about,
oh, you know, Mars and Libra is a wonderful position, and you know, having your Capricorn moon, they're such hard workers, and they're so big.
And it just gets on my nerves, because when it comes to astrology, it is about the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about becoming conscious of your own consciousness and evolving. So when I see channels that are always, like, one of my friends, like, he sent me a channel the other day, and it was, you know, a channel that was growing rapidly. And he goes, oh, I really like watching this person because the energy is so nice to watch, which is wonderful, because that's very important for YouTube. But he did mention to me that their videos are very, like, that person never touches base on the raw side, like the reality in astrology. And I said to him, and that really upset me, because you've got people who spend a lot of money perfecting their craft, studying astrology and expanding it, and you've got people that will just go onto fucking Twitter or go onto Tumblr, pick up a statement and just say it, you know, for the camera because it sounds good. I think this is what's also irritating a lot of the old school astrologers, and also, you know, just people like me who love what we do, and we have a purpose within this community to provide unconscious awareness. This is not about my ego. This is like, I'm a 12th house sun. My ego is suppressed. I cannot live my life and make everything about me. It's unfortunately, but fortunately in a sense, I'm here to kind of push other people's egos, to make them aware, and, you know, be the person to say, yes, you're doing so well. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Like, that's my job. So when I see people that don't have energy on their chart that relates to encouragement or psychology, right, that throws me off as to what kind of astrologer they are. And, you know, speaking with the older astrologers, you know, traditional astrologers, medieval astrologers, you name it, you know, they share the same opinion. Another thing as well, like, someone in my comments on my YouTube, on my Twitter, she was like, you know, these younger astrologers shouldn't be charging for anything. And it's like, I don't really give a fuck your journey in astrology, yeah? If you're going to be charging for anything, then that's fine. I'm never against someone, you know, charging for a service that they provide. But there are people that charge a lot more than me, yeah? And that's concerning for me. They won't touch base on certain things. That's concerning for me. And when it comes to astrology, people are always asking me, oh, you know, what kind of books should I have? You know, how did you get into it? And you've got to ask yourself, like, I've said this before in my videos, like, whoever you're going to, what kind of astrologer are they? You know, I know astrologers who are teachers, so they like to teach in their readings. I know astrologers who are psychologists, so they're almost giving like a counseling session, you know, as they're conducting their readings. So there's all different types of astrologers. So what exactly are they going to offer you in the reading? Like, do not go to an astrologer just because they look good, or just because they've got loads of followers. Go because you feel that that person can give you something that you couldn't get elsewhere. Whether that's with me or with someone else, I don't care. I'm not here to bash people, but I'm saying, if you want something, think about what you want from that particular person and what they can possibly give you. Now, I booked a reading with an astrologer, and I paid £200 for this reading that lasted for an hour. I don't complain about how much people charge, because this is their business, this is what they do. They've accumulated that level of respect to charge that amount. So I paid it because I couldn't get a particular piece of information, I couldn't get hold of it. And she invented, or she found a way to find it in astrology. So I had to book a reading with her to understand how she did this, or you know, how she can give me something. I didn't complain, but I've gone away and I've got something. Although the information wasn't great, it wasn't good news. Okay, well, it wasn't great, but I have this now. I've got this, and now I can do something about it, you know? And she's an old school astrologer. So she uses a whole different system. She's a medieval astrologer. You don't have to just stick with the one system that you've always wanted to use. There are hundreds of different systems, different variations, and they're all it's like speaking French or speaking English. The purpose is the same, to communicate. It's just different words. That's all it is, just different. And I got what I wanted. I was happy with the fact that I got what I wanted, and I don't feel bad for spending the money, you know. But you see what we charge YouTube astrologers, Twitter astrologers, it's all very different in comparison to what traditional astrologers and professional astrologers would be charging. So you have to look at it like, okay, the ones that I'm used to seeing on YouTube, they charge less than what they charge, but you're getting a different service, completely different service, and that's what it's about, recognizing. Because people, that is this video and this rant over. I hope it's given you a bit of information surrounding the kind of readings you should be booking, you should be looking into, and also this shit on Twitter. Twitter, like, to me, it's just so superficial. And this is why it really infuriates me whenever I come onto Twitter, because I'm seeing shit every day. But I got to use it because it's where a lot of you guys are as well, and I got to interact, etc, etc. So take care, people. I look forward to any feedback you have in the comments, and peace.